Next, we want to enter in the total expenses, which we can just use the auto sum, and it's going to go ahead and be the auto sum of B18 through 22, just like it shows. Then we can enter down to operating expenses, and here we want to enter in the formula of equals B15 minus B23. All right. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and copy these over using the fill handle, and we want to copy them all the way through December, so column G. And we want to copy rows 14 through 25. All right, now I have mine on 150, so I'm going to go ahead and back this down to 125. So that way I can get all of mine in here. So we're going to highlight row 14 through row 25. That's B14 through B25. We're going to use the fill handle, and remember it's going to turn to that black cross. We're going to click and drag all the way over to G, okay? And what I want you guys to do is go ahead and hit the control accent mark, and let's look at this. So if you look just in this example right here, where we used B13, when we copied it over, it changed to C13. When we used absolute, B4 right here, when we copied it over, it stayed B4. So that's what I'm talking about, the difference between relative and absolute. So go ahead and hit control accent mark again to get us back to the regular view. Next, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and figure the totals. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and select, excuse me, H13 through 15. So I need to scroll up here. Okay, H13 through H15. And then I want to go ahead and hold down the command key. I want to select H18 through 23. And then I want to select 25. Okay, so I have all these selected, and then I'm going to go ahead and click the auto sum button, and that's going to go ahead and figure up the totals there. Okay, and I want all of this to be 2 decimal places. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of this, and I am going to change this to 2 decimal places. So I'm just using my increase and decreasing decimal places here. Okay. Now we're going to unfreeze the worksheet titles. And so how we're going to do that is we're going to select B13 again. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and go back under the layout. We're going to come up here to freeze panes, and we're going to pick unfreeze. And then we go back to the home tab. So now when we scroll, notice that the whole thing moves, and this isn't frozen over here. So I want you guys to go ahead and file, save as, make sure it's Excel Unit 3 practice exercise once again, save it to your desktop.